A question I'm getting a lot right now, because it is the new year, is when I'm setting goals for my company, for growth goals, what's a good goal to set? And it's a great question because most of the people that we interact with, or the clients that when they first come to us, part of the problem is they really don't know what the goal is for the company. They don't know what the end game is. They don't have goals as far as how much they should be growing, by when, are they going to sell it, are they going to franchise it, how big do they want the company. So, it's really important for you to know and decide what your goals are, because that steers everything in your organization. But, if you're a smaller MSP or IT service company and you're just kind of starting out, you might not know how to set those goals. So I wanted just to give you a couple of really quick guidelines. And the first thing I would recommend that you set as a goal is to make sure that your profit margins are correct. Because if you add more clients and more sales, but the profitability margin isn't there, you're only going to be making things worse. You're going to paint yourself into a corner. You're going to be busy, but you're not going to be profitable, and you're not going to have the money available to hire techs and get tools and resources and do more marketing. So you don't want to saddle yourself with a bunch of unprofitable clients, right? So number one is to make sure that your profitability is correct and make sure you're priced properly. So right below the video, I'm going to put an overview, a service plan comparison chart that's been recently updated, that's going to give you a general guideline of how you should be packaging and pricing your managed services. Now, again, everybody's going to have a little different situation, but if if you're unsure of what to include in there and how to price things, you can look at this. And I can tell you, this is a pretty, it's not the most expensive. I can tell you there are members who are charging a lot more than the prices you're going to see on this chart. But I can tell you, you really don't want to go below that. It's really important that that's like a minimum. And the prices you're going to see on here are reasonable, because you find somebody doing it cheaper always, right? There's always a Walmart out there. But these are reasonable. These are going to allow you to get the profit margins you need. So that would be number one, make sure your pricing's right. And just as a general rule of thumb, you want to make sure that you're getting anywhere between 67 and 70% gross margin on your projects, on your managed services, okay? And then contribution margin, you want to make sure you're in the 47% to 50% contribution margin. And again, these are just rough guidelines. Gross margin would be your profitability after all of the tools and software and costs that go into delivering managed services or the project. And contribution margin would be when all of the costs are fully burdened into delivering a service, but not including your general overhead, rent, utilities, your admin staff, etc. Okay. So again, gross margin about 67, 70%, and contribution margin at 47 to 50%. So that would be goal number one.